Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to a special housing report brought to you in association with ASB. Today I'm going to try to make rate curves interesting. It's not that hard actually because it's all about mortgage rates, and in New Zealand they're crucial for anyone in the housing market. And something big has changed in the last 6 months or so that everyone should know. Firstly, longer term interest rates have risen around about 1% or so, particularly for the 2 to 3, 4-year mortgage market. And short-term interest rates have fallen, particularly variable rates, to the point where they're now actually cheaper than longer-term interest rates. This is unusual because for most of the last decade, longer-term interest rates have been cheaper than short-term ones. We had what's called a negative yield curve. Now we have a positive yield curve, where longer-term are higher than short-term. And you can see here from this chart, which is much clearer than my hand, that interest rates recently have continued to rise at the long end and if anything have gone down at the short end. And that means for many people it makes sense now to go for a floating mortgage rate, at least for the short term. The risk, of course, is that when interest rates do rise next year, that will go straight through into higher variable mortgage rates. And for a lot of people who are looking for certainty in their mortgages, they'll still opt for a longer term mortgage, even if it's a bit cheaper. But the decision is not nearly as easy as it used to be. One way around it is to choose to put some of your money into a floating rate and some of it into a fixed rate. And if anything, the trend of a steepening yield curve, remember that term, steepening yield curve, will continue to aggressively move over the next 6 to 12 months. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was a special housing report brought to you in association with ASB.